Toyota and Lexus key programming failure fixed. Lonsdor K518 Pro no valid key data explained. Hey everyone, this is Hussein, and welcome back to Baabji Motors, your ultimate pit stop for everything related to automobile diagnostics, key programming, and the hidden tech magic that keeps modern vehicles running. Before we jump in, a quick but important note. This video is purely for educational and informational purposes. Everything shown here is designed to help technicians, learners, and enthusiasts understand real-world situations. All trademarks belong to their respective owners, and you should always follow manufacturer guidelines and local laws when working on any vehicle. Now, let's get into today's mystery, one that's been puzzling many users of the Lonsdor K518 Pro. The no valid key data found, or PEPS, is brand new error when generating an emulator key. Sounds frustrating, right? Especially when you've backed up the Immobilizer data successfully, but the system refuses to generate the key. So here's the big question. Why does this happen? And how can we fix it? Stick with me till the end, because I'm going to break it down clearly and share an insight that could save you hours of confusion. So the scenario goes like this. You're working on a 2022 Lexus RX 350, a premium, smart entry vehicle that uses a PEPS system for keyless start. All the smart keys are lost, so naturally, you reach for your trusted Lonsdor K518 Pro, connect the ADP15 adapter, and begin the Immobilizer backup process. Everything seems smooth. The immo data backup completes successfully, and you feel confident the next step will be easy. But then comes the letdown. When you try to generate the emulator key, the device flashes an error. No valid key data found, or PEPS is brand new. Now, that's where the confusion starts. Most technicians assume something went wrong during the backup, but that's not the case here. The real issue lies deeper inside the smart box. You see, in modern Toyota and Lexus systems, the smart box holds all the critical information about registered keys. When someone resets or replaces that smart box, intentionally or due to a repair, all the stored key data inside it gets wiped out. It becomes what we call a brand new module with no valid key data to work from. So even though Lonsdor K518 Pro can read and back up the Immobilizer data through the ADP adapter, what it's actually saving is an empty shell, data without any registered key information. It's like copying a phone book after someone deleted all the names and numbers. The file exists, but it doesn't contain anything useful for generating a key. That's why, in this case, Lonsdor K518 Pro can't create the emulator key. The device is doing its job correctly. It's just that the immo data itself is missing what it needs. It's not a tool problem. It's a data problem. The key data simply doesn't exist in the file you've backed up. So what's the solution? Well, you have two practical options. The first is to find a technician who can write valid key data directly into the smart box using specialized equipment or factory software. This is often done through EEPROM-level programming, which restores the smart box to a usable state. Once that data is written, you can go back to your Lonsdor K518 Pro and continue with key programming normally. The second option, if reprogramming isn't feasible, is to replace the smart box entirely with one that already has valid data inside. It could be a used or pre-programmed unit source from a similar vehicle. After installation, you can perform the normal key programming process without running into the no valid key data issue. Now, here's something important many overlook. The Lonsdor tool is designed to back up data, but not to reconstruct key data that doesn't exist. So, if your system shows that PEPS is brand new, it's not a bug or limitation of the tool. It's simply telling you the truth. Your smart box is empty and needs valid key data before any emulator key can be generated. Think of it like trying to clone a key from a lock that doesn't have any code. You can't copy what isn't there. That's why in these Toyota and Lexus cases, understanding the smart box's state is crucial before jumping into programming. It's the small detail that makes or breaks a successful all keys lost procedure. So, to recap, if you're facing the no valid key data found issue on a Toyota or Lexus while using Lonsdor K518 Pro, it usually means one thing. The smart box has been reset or replaced, and therefore contains no valid key data. Backing up immo data is still good practice, but that file won't help unless the key information exists in it. The next step is to either write fresh data to the smart box or swap it for one that already has key data available. Once that's done, the Lonsdor will function as expected, and you'll be able to program the emulator and add new keys successfully. All right, now let's wrap this up. Remember that earlier question, why does the Lonsdor show no valid key data found, even after a successful immo backup? The answer, as we discovered, is because the smart box was likely reset, leaving it with no key data for the tool to use. In my personal opinion, this highlights how critical it is for technicians to understand what happens inside each control unit, not just follow on-screen prompts. Tools like the Lonsdor K518 Pro are powerful, but they rely on good data, and no tool, no matter how advanced, can generate something from nothing. What do you think about this? Have you ever faced this issue yourself while working on a Toyota or Lexus? I'd love to hear your thoughts and solutions in the comments below. Your experience could help others in the community too. And here's a quick fun fact before you go. Did you know that some Lexus models use up to 5 different key communication frequencies, depending on a region? That's why some imported smart keys don't work, even if they're physically identical. If you found this video helpful or learned something new, let's make it count. Hit that like button and help us reach our challenge goal of 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments. Drop your questions, share your experiences, and hype this video so more technicians can benefit from it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Baabji Motors for more in-depth tutorials, real-world case studies, and practical diagnostic insights. Thanks for watching till the end. Keep learning, keep exploring, and, as always, happy diagnosing.